Hey, folks. Hey, superstars. Hey, this is Wesley, $1 billion Virgin here. Welcome to another Sunday mindset message here, where I go live every Sunday morning to give you guys the message for the week here. And if you're brand new to the podcast, to the message here, I'm Wesley, $1 billion Virgin. I'm a young black man from Houston, Texas. I became a self-made millionaire in my early 30s. And I spend my time in my mornings on Sunday very specifically with you, to give you a guide, to give you a blueprint to become the person that you would like to be, to earn the money that you would like to earn as well. So if you don't mind, before I get started here, the topic this morning is weekends don't exist for the rich. And I'm going to deep dive into that so you can really understand that concept for everybody that wants to be rich. As a matter of fact, give me a thumbs up if you want to be rich, if that's your goal, to become a millionaire. Let me know in the comments below if it's your goal to be able to take your family around the world and be able to walk into any dealership and purchase whatever vehicle you would like to purchase. Walk into any gated community and choose the lot, choose the house, choose the flooring, the tile to build your dream home. Let me know if that's you. And if that is you, well, listen up here. You're in the right place at the right time here. Okay? I'm here to make your journey easier. Okay? And I'm not saying that the journey is easy, but I'm here to make it easier. And I've learned over the years, over the decades actually, when I first had the desire to make $1 million at the age of 21, that the journey is hard, but it doesn't have to be extremely hard. And what I mean by that, if you decide to listen to those men or women who've already have done it, if you decide to be teachable and coachable and listen to someone who's already been where you are right now, it makes the journey a bit more easier for you to achieve wealth, for you to earn millions, for you to have peace, to be happy, to have options in life, to be able to do whatever you want to do. I want you to imagine right now, if you could do anything in life, if you had more than enough money, what would you do? How would you live your life? And I'm here to tell you here this morning that I am living that life of freedom. Comment the word freedom, please. Type the word freedom below, because that's what we all want. Freedom from the job, freedom from anxiety, freedom from depression, freedom from stress, freedom from pain and problems and challenges here. And let me tell you something. You can talk about money all you want. You know, you can ridicule, criticize money, but money gives people options. Money opens up doors. Money can manipulate people's emotions. And as a matter of fact, money it's the one thing that we all need to have the things that we want in life. Does that make sense? So I'm here to help you get some money. Can I get an amen, please? Go ahead. I'm here to show you how to attract and how to manifest and how to work and how to become an entrepreneur and become an astute business person so you can be able to flourish, so you can be able to elevate and understand that even where you are right now, doesn't matter your financial situation, doesn't matter what's going on in your life, that there's still an opportunity for you to win. Does that make sense? Okay, so listen up. So weekends don't exist for the rich. Listen, I'm going to keep this real short and sweet. So many of you know, if you follow my podcast, at the age of 21 is when I made a decision that I wanted to be rich. At that time, I was fired from a job that I worked my ass off. I mean, I worked hard, honestly. And we're talking about 10, 12 hours a day, making about $12 an hour. And it wasn't just about the money for me. I really love what I did. You know, I was a computer technician for a dealership in Houston, Texas. But you know, they let me go, they fired me, and I realized there's no such thing as job security. How many of you can agree? It doesn't matter how much your boss and your manager tells you that, oh, you're okay, you know, don't worry about it, you're fine here. You know, we appreciate, there's no such thing, listen here, That's job security. At any given moment, your boss, your manager, your CEO can diminish your position. Okay. And that happened to me. So I was shocked because I thought I was the shit, honestly. I thought I was just the best thing since sliced bread. And I thought they would never get rid of a guy like me because I really love and enjoy what I did, and I did it well. But that happened. And I spent years, listen here, I just want to tell you my story. I spent years reading the self-help books, going to the seminars, right? Separating myself from friends and family and avoiding negative people, all the things that the book said for us to do, right? I was the person listening to those motivational videos on the internet, reading those freaking quotes. You know how we do it. We watch quotes on TikTok, watch quotes on Instagram, and download those apps to motivate us and all that shit, right? And I did that, okay? However, I didn't realize that I needed to shift my paradigm, okay? And a lot of you, I'm going to explain what the paradigm is. And that's not taught when a person first started a company. They're not thinking about paradigm. They're not thinking about their mindset. They're not thinking about how they're thinking. They're thinking about, well, I got to get this business up and running. I got to get some investments. I got to find some customers. I got to buy this. I got to buy product. But not thinking about the paradigm shift that is necessary. And what I realized, listen, please, what I realized that when I was in my 20s, my paradigm was the paradigm of an employee. It was the paradigm of a regular average black man in Houston, Texas, working 8 to 5. I was a father. I was a father at that time as well. Just trying to make it, just trying to do well, trying to make a living. Why? Because that's what my parents told me to do. They told me, well, you got to get a job. You got to go to school to make a living. Anybody else had parents like that as well? Right? So you have to really think about if that's what you were communicated to, that do that. You know, just make a living, get a job, work your 8 hours, work your 10 hours, go home, take care of your family, and that's it. So what I realized over time, I need a paradigm shift. And at the time, I thought that weekends were, for fun. Honestly, I did. Let me tell you why we think weekends are for fun. Like right now, it's Sunday, it's the weekend, right? We've been programmed and conditioned that weekends is the time to relax, go to the pool. Because, when we were young, when we were in grade school, did anybody go to school during the weekend? Anybody? Comment below, please. Like, did you go to history class and social studies and English on the weekend, on Saturdays and Sundays? No. Even as a child, you was looking forward to the weekend, to relax, to not have to go to school, to hang out with friends. So I want you to think about this conditioning, then you become an adult. And you still think the weekend is slotted for fun. Come on, talk to me here. Right? We think that the weekend is slotted for fun. The weekend, let's go Sunday fun day. Let's go out with my girlfriends, my guys, go to the clubs, go to the bars, go to the park. Let's go throw frisbees at the Memorial Park. Let's go ride bikes and let's go run the trail. Let's go have some drinks at the bar and watch some sporting events. Let's go play video games. Let's go have a pool party, this party. But let's just hang out, because it's the weekend. The weekend is an opportunity for us to wind down. Let me drink some wine, smoke some weed, smoke some vape, drink some beers, some alcohol, some Coronas, right? Crown and Coke. Does that make sense? But listen, this is what I want all of you new and older entrepreneurs to understand. And this is important. The paradigm shift is that weekends don't exist for the rich. As a rich man, I am not looking forward to the weekend. As a rich man, I don't even resonate. Like, I don't even think about it. When it's Friday, I'm not thinking about, oh my God, yes, it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. How many of you said this week, thank God it's Friday? See, the individuals that say, thank God it's Friday, I know that you have a job. Does that make sense? I know that you're going to a place that you can't stand. I know that you had a terrible week. Does that make sense? If you said, thank God it's Friday, that means that, Thursday, Wednesday, and Tuesday and Monday was horrible for you. There must be a paradigm shift. Weekends don't exist for the rich. And I learned it in my later 20s. And let me tell you how I learned it. You know, it's not like God just sent me this knowledge here. I was at a seminar. Okay, I'll never forget this. And it was a Wednesday. I mean, it wasn't a Wednesday. I'm sorry. I went to a seminar for internet marketing. It was in Vegas. And I'm broke at this time. I don't have any money. I'm just like a lot of you. You know, I'm up there climbing the ladder of success and trying to meet new people, trying to surround myself with people that are winning, because I was around a lot of losers here in Houston, Texas. Can I get an amen? Be honest. Right? So I went to Vegas, and it was an internet marketing seminar, and, you know, and the best time to meet millionaires and rich people is at the bar, right? That's just where they hang out. And I remember I was just at the bar. I was drinking water at the time because I couldn't afford me a cocktail. I didn't have any money, to be honest with you. And I was just conversating. And, you know, all the internet marketers, that's what they like to do, especially the successful ones. They drink and have fun and chase the girls and whatever in Vegas, right? But I was talking to this one person, and I asked him about the lunch. I remember he had did a presentation at the seminar, and I asked him, I just approached him. I said, man, that was a great presentation that you just gave, and I was really inspired, man. I just want to know, can I take you to lunch? You know, you hear millionaires and rich people tell you on these podcasts and on these videos, hey, take the rich people out to lunch. So I tried it. You know, I'd say, hey, man, you know, if you don't mind, can I buy you lunch? He said, well, I can't pass up on a free lunch. I said, well, thank you, sir. So I went to lunch with him, me, another friend, and him. And this man was doing a couple of $1 million a month. He was one of the hottest copywriters on the planet. This man can write words that would make, I mean, a broke person pull out a credit card that don't even have one. I mean, he was good. And I'm talking with him, and obviously I'm showing him what I was doing. I said, well, I'm doing this, and trying to get this company up and running, but, you know, I'm having little issues here. And he said, and let me tell you what he told me. It kind of blew my mind. He said, Wesley, what do you do on the weekends? Now, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we was going to talk about my product, my service. I thought we was going to talk about customer acquisition. You know, I don't know. He said, what do you do on the weekends? Like, I think he was having pasta, right? So he was eating his pasta, and I forgot what I was eating, some rice and chicken, not sure. But he said, what do you do on the weekends? I said, well, I mean, I just, you know, kind of relax. So then, you know, just, it's not really much to do. He said, that's your problem. He said, you still have this job mentality. And I said, what do you mean? He said, Wesley, weekends don't exist for the rich. Like, weekends for the poor and average are days that they utilize to do all the things they can't do during the week. He said, Mr. Virgin, I do what I want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There's no weekends for me. I don't resonate weekends. And if you use it on weekends to take a break, well, that's taking a break away from your dream. That's taking a break away from you building the skill, developing the skill that you need to ensure that your product is going to be number one to make money. And he made me repeat. He said, Wesley, repeat after me. Weekends don't exist for the rich. He said, say it again. Weekends don't. I mean, I'm in a hotel, okay, at this restaurant doing lunch, because, you know, they give us an hour break to go back to the seminar. And I'm repeating, weekends don't exist for the rich. He said, remember that. He said, once you understand that paradigm, that way of thinking, like, that's 48 hours that you can utilize to work on whatever skill level that you're trying to build, you'll build it faster. And from that moment on, from that day, I just start, you know, when the weekend came, I didn't look forward to the weekend. I stopped saying things such as, thank God it's the weekend. I didn't say that any longer. I didn't say, well, thank God for Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday. I didn't say that. I treated a Saturday like a Monday. I treated a Sunday like a Thursday. I treated it like any other day. I didn't get more excited because it was Saturday or Sunday. I was excited on the Monday just like I was excited on the Sunday to work, to develop myself, to build my skill, to work deeply within my companies and my business. And let me tell you something. You may think that working weekends is not going to mature the business, but it does. Because what you don't realize, I think we all understand the phrase consistency is key, right? So the thing about when you're working on the weekends, you don't have any pattern interrupts. When you work Monday through Friday and you stop on the weekend, there's a pattern interrupt. You're interrupting your flow. Does that make sense? Like if you working your ass off on Monday to Friday and you stop to have a drink and hang out and, do whatever you do on the weekend, you're interrupting your own flow. And to become wealthy, to be rich, and to be the best. Because listen, to become rich is to be the best at something. Does that make sense? To be rich, to at least have $1 million, you got to be the best at something. The best. Okay? Not good, not great, but you got to be the best at it. I don't care if you are a person that, make clothes or cut yards, but if you earn $1 million, you got to be the best at it. And to be the best at anything, you have to have this consistent activity and this consistent flow in the direction of your dream or your desire. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? That means it can't be any breaks. That means if you worked on Friday, you have to work on Saturday. If you worked on Monday, you got to work on Sunday. The same way you worked on Monday, you got to put in the same amount of effort on Sunday. Does that make sense? Because you're going to realize once you start making some money, the weekends don't even matter. Your weekends will be on Monday. You'll start doing things on Tuesday. See, this happened to me because a few years after that, I made $1 million. Then, my Mondays became Saturdays. What people were doing on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, well, I was doing on a Tuesday. Why? Because I didn't have to get up and go to work anymore. I didn't have to get up and fight traffic. I didn't have to get up and ask my boss for PTO time. I didn't have to ask for a break, a 15-minute break. I didn't have to ask for a sick day anymore. Does that make sense? I didn't have to get up in the morning at a certain time and get up when I want to. Can you imagine that? Now listen, to do that, you got to realize weekends don't exist right now anymore. I want you to type these words below. Weekends don't exist for the rich. And if your desire is to be one of the rich, well, weekends don't exist for you. Weekends don't exist for me. Okay? See, that's what a paradigm shift, that's what a mindset has to change. Does that make sense? It's not about, well, I need to buy more products. Or, well, I need to start a YouTube channel. No. It's the mindset. That's what needs to be changed. It needs to be altered. Just how you think about everything. Like it's no more every 2 weeks you get a paycheck. It's no more, 30 days, 2-week vacation per year. That's of the past. You have to start to realize that the mindset has to change. There's no more vacations. Okay? Does that make sense? Give me a second. Yeah. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Comment below. The weekends don't exist for the rich. The weekends don't exist for the rich. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Comment below here. So guess what? Today is the weekend. It's Sunday. Let's go! It's Sunday! Right now, where I am right now, it's Sunday. So what is a man that's already worth millions of dollars going to do? Another thing I learned from that meeting, what that man told me when I was sitting at that table eating lunch with him? He said, Wesley, you want to be rich? Do what rich people do. Okay? Model them. It's not that difficult. This is what this man told me. White man. Man making millions of dollars per month. I'm making not even thousands of dollars. He said, do what the rich people do. Study them. He said, Wesley, the way that you're speaking to me, I can tell you've been studying poor and average people. Because we're having lunch and you're telling me all your problems. That's what he told me. I learned a lot, during that 10-minute lunch. He said, you're telling me all your problems. You're telling me everything that's not working with your company. You're trying to get traffic. You're trying to get customers. You don't know what's going on. He said, Wesley, that is the language of the poor and average, Mr. Virgin. And I was like, what? But I said, yeah, but I'm trying to figure things. Wesley, that's the language of the poor and average. Do you think I'm going to get, as a million, you think I'm going to get excited about what you're telling me right here? It sounds like you're acting like a victim. It sounds like you want me to be your daddy or something. You want me to say it's going to be all right. It's going to be okay. I'm not that guy, Mr. Virgin. He said, if you want to be a part of the 1%, you have to be fucking resilient. He said, you have to be tough. He said, it's going to be many days, many nights. You're going to be very uncertain about the future. He said, there's no guarantees that you're going to be rich and successful, Mr. Virgin. No guarantees at all. And I can't guarantee you success. The only person that can guarantee you any type of success is you. That's your business. That's your job. That's your responsibility to figure things out. For you to tell me how horrible it is and how tough it is and, oh my God, I'm stressed out. That does nothing for me and it does nothing for you. And see, I started to realize I needed a paradigm shift. I didn't realize that everything that I was doing and what I was saying was keeping me exactly where I was. And guess what? That's what's happening to you. See, a lot of you, I've been doing these rants for the last 4 to 5 years now. And a lot of you have been listening to me for 5 years and you still don't get it. There's still time. Listen, if I was you, like many of you don't even have $10,000 in your bank account right now. Many of you are not even driving a car that you even want to drive. You're not even living in a home that you want to live in. You can't even take vacations around the world. You can't even live comfortable. Every fucking month you're living from paycheck to paycheck. And you have a multimillionaire named Wesley $1 billion Virgin that goes live and you miss a fucking live. How do you miss a live from a millionaire that's giving away free information? And you say, well, I was busy. Well, I had to do this. Well, I got kids. Well, I got this. You sound like a person that's full of excuses. And guess what? That's the paradigm of the average and poor, because poor and average people always have an excuse on why they can't do shit. Does that make sense? Can I get an amen? Always. It doesn't matter what the excuse is. See, what rich and wealthy people understand, no excuse is justifiable as it relates to their dream. Nothing. Nothing. I don't care if your kid's sick. Nothing. Your mama could be nothing. Because you can't help your mama and you can't help your kid broke. It's impossible. How? How do you do it? If your kid, God forbid, got sick and they needed $20,000, $30,000 that you need to pay to the doctor, if not, your kid is out of there, what are you going to do? Cry? Whine and bitch and complain about, I don't know what I'm going to do. Does that make sense? It takes money to be able to take care of your family properly. It takes money for you to have the life and the comfort level and the stress-free life that we all deserve. Does that make sense? No excuses. Comment these words below. I need a paradigm shift, Wes. I need a paradigm shift, Wes. Comment below. That's what you need. You don't need more money. You don't need more mentorship. You don't need more positive people around you. You don't need more motivational quotes. You don't need more books. You need a paradigm shift. You have to decide that how you're thinking and how you perceive your life is jaded. Well, let me go deeper. Come at the word go deeper, Wes, because I'm going to go deeper here this morning. Because I know some of you don't understand. Well, what do you mean by paradigm shift, Wes? What do you mean? Well, let me explain it to you. When you wake up in the morning, you need to wake up and say, I'm grateful for something. I don't care how horrible you think your life is. You know what's funny about the brain and the human mind? At any given point, we can always think about shit that's not going well. Well, this is going well, but. Well, I'm making money, but. Well, he's getting, but. Well, I'm losing weight, but. That's a lot of you. Okay? My room service is here. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Okay? Listen, when you wake up, you say, you know, I'm grateful that all my dreams and all my goals are taking place right now. Does that make sense? When you wake up, okay, does that make sense? You say, I'm grateful that all my dreams and everything I want is taking place in this moment. Comment below. Like, my goal is to make $1 million per day. Do I know exactly how I'm going to do it? Not really. But I know it's going to be done. I'm so grateful right now that I'm making $1 million per day. That's how I wake up in the morning. I'm not waking up thinking about, man, why I don't have any sales? Why this not working? Why my employees are doing this? And why this is happening? I don't do that. I don't concern myself with any type of negative emotion because I have the power to think. And it makes more sense for me to think about the things that I want than the things that I'm not getting. That was the paradigm shift that that man was telling me at that table 10 years ago. He said, Wes, you need a paradigm shift. You have to think differently. Weekends don't exist for us. We work, and then we understand that we start to enjoy the work. Many of you think that you're going to work, get rich and never do anything ever again in life. I'm saying, what are you talking about? Some of you actually believe that. They say, well, Wesley, you know, when does the work stop? When can I just slow down? When can I just... Never! You think Elon Musk is slowing down? Huh? Do you think Mark Zuckerberg, do you think they're slowing down? No! The level of work ethic that they have been conditioned to have, they have learned to sustain it. It's normal for them. It's just they're normal for LeBron James to train like he trains. It's normal for Steph Curry to train like he trains. This man throw 1,000 shots a day. They're normal. See, what you call hard and difficult is people's normal. You might say, when we can rest. We don't. It's no resting. We have a different level of normal. Does that make sense? Okay? Well, when do I get to, enjoy the fruits of my labor? What are you talking about? Enjoy them now. The fruits of your labor is just not buying a Lamborghini, not buying a beautiful house, not having $1 million. Okay? The fruits of your labor is having a consistent positive attitude. That's the fruits of your labor, being kind to people, working your ass off. That's the fruits of your labor. Being different, being unique, working on the weekends while other motherfuckers are playing around with their hands in their pockets, talking about how they're going to be rich and wealthy. You're not. I love you guys. Comment below, share this, like this. If you don't mind right now, listen to it again because you need it. And remember, the fastest way to riches is to stand on the shoulders of giants. And I have 2 large shoulders here that you can stand on. Listen to it over and over again until you get it. Apply. Much love. This is Wesley, $1 Billion Virgin, and let's go.